gets in the ring, and before he does though, Spiker puts the ankle lock on King, and then he gets out of it, goes into the ring, starts beating on Michael Cole, and Michael Cole puts on the ankle lock on King, but he gets out of it, and then he starts beating Cole up, and goes on the top rope, does his finisher, and then pins him 1-2, but then King decides to get up, doesn't think that's enough, and puts the ankle lock on Cole, and Austin's like, do you want to give up, do you want to give up, and Cole's tapping like crazy, and Austin's like, just still asking, do you want to give up, do you want to give up, and finally he rings the bell, and your winner, Jerry King. But then a few minutes later, my Raw general manager's beefs and is like, oh well, because Stone Cold interfered with Michael Cole, the winner is Michael Cole by disqualification, and so Jerry doesn't like that and calls in Josh Matthews, because he's the one who read the email, and Stone Cold hits him with a stunner, and they all start drinking beer and all that stuff. And then the next match was what was the next match? Let's go with Cena and The Miz. Okay, so John Cena. So it's John Cena and Miz. They'll come out, start beating each other, and Miz gets a couple finishers and pinfalls. Cena gets a couple finishers, pinfalls, and then Alex Riley starts distracting the ref, getting in the match and smacking Cena with the briefcase. And then at one point, The Miz tries to smack Cena with the metal briefcase, but he hits Riley instead. And then they both get knocked out, and they start fighting out of the ring, and both knock each other out over the barricade into the audience, and they both get counted out. Then The Rock comes out and he's like, no way, this is not how a WrestleMania is going to end. So he calls it restart the match, no countouts, no disqualification, false count anywhere, anything. So they start doing it, and they start fighting again, and then out of nowhere The Rock comes in, hits rock bottom on Cena. Miz pins him 1-2-3. Your champion still, The Miz. And then The Rock decides to come back and attack The Miz, and he starts hitting The Miz and hits The Miz with the people's elbow. And then after the match, after all that happened, Cena calls in The Rock, and Cena and The Rock agreed to fight a match next WrestleMania, which is going to be in Miami. Alright, and then